We are coming to you live from Bryant-Denny Stadium here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and it was another frustrating day for the South Carolina Gamecocks. They came up on the short end of a 27-25 loss to the number 7 Crimson Tide of Alabama. Uh, Very frustrating because the Gamecocks had every chance to win this football game, much like they did the LSU game a few weeks back, and a much better performance than they had last week against Mississippi. The game came down to actually the final play. South Carolina recovered an onside kick, and it was about 40 seconds to go. Had a chance to throw up a Hail Mary that was intercepted, and Alabama was able to run around till the clock ran out and reached zero, and they improved and keep. They win again to keep their playoff hopes alive. And South Carolina is 3-3, scratching their head, figuring out what they have to do to turn this season around. And with a road trip to Oklahoma coming up next week. Uh, Again, last week South Carolina did not play very well in a 27-3 loss to Mississippi, and not many people gave the Gamecocks much of hope coming into Tuscaloosa today. They were 21.5 point underdogs, but after falling behind 14-0, the Gamecocks really played well. Uh, the final couple minutes of the first half and into the second half. Um, a lot of crazy plays in today's game, and that final 2 minutes of the first half really showed that. Alabama was leading 14-0 at that point, and South Carolina finally got on the board with a 36-yard touchdown pass from Lenora Sellers to Mazeo Bennett. Uh, After a penalty on the kickoff, Kyle Kennard got pressure on Jalen Milroe and forced a safety, again pulling the Gamecocks within 14-9, and then two turnovers in the final minute of the half, one by Sellers, one by Milroe, gave the Gamecocks a chance to kick a field goal at the end of the half to go in 14-12, trailing 14-12. Gamecocks opened the second half with their probably their best drive of the season. They went 85 yards and 16 plays and took over 8 minutes off the clock to score on a 1 yard Rocket Sanders run and give them a 19-14 lead. So Gamecocks were looking good at that point, but Alabama came back like they always do. They took a 20-19 lead on a Milroe run early in the fourth quarter, and then again at the end of the game, things got crazy again. South Carolina gives up a touchdown to Alabama after missing a 51-yard field goal. The Crimson Tide go up 27-19, and the Gamecocks have about a minute 53 to go down and try to score. They do. Sellers hits Nick Harbor on a 31-yard touchdown pass, and that brings the Gamecocks within two. They have a really good play call on the 2-point conversion. Sellers rolls out to his right. He's pressured a little bit, and the throw sails high into the hedges behind the end zone. And the Gamecocks still trail by two. But they get the onside kick and have a chance again, but 3 plays results in the final interception on the final play, and the Gamecocks come up short. Um, Players in the post game, the key word they kept using was frustrated, and they got to turn this thing around if they want to get into a bowl situation with 6 more games left in the regular season. They go to Norman, Oklahoma next weekend. That's going to be a tough task again. Last season the Gamecocks did not win in October. Right now they stand at 0-2 in the month, so we'll see where they go from there. This is Chris Deering signing off from Tuscaloosa. Thank you for listening.